Great inside ball there. Driven towards the touchline. Bring it infield on a fourth international now. Good ball there to Chan.
Space has been found. We go all the way under the post. Japan, the well-deserving champions of Asia Rugby Women's Championship.
the warmest of welcomes into the deciding match of the Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship. It is Japan taking on Hong Kong China to decide the title. A breezy afternoon in Fukuoka for this one. Flags fluttering, but nice temperatures, a little cloudy, nice and cool for these players to take on the challenge ahead in what is an important decider between these teams. Both teams so far impressive in the Asia Rugby Women's Championship with wins over Kazakhstan each. Japan beating Kazakhstan 90 points to nil. While Hong Kong China 29-12 to get their campaign going as well. Now these teams will decide the title. Japan, of course, the 6-time champions of the Asia Rugby Women's Championship. They come into this match as the hot favourites as they prepare for Rugby World Cup 2025. I'm Ricky Swanell, a real pleasure to be alongside you for this one as the fans filter in, rugged up in the corners as well as those breezy conditions get ready to greet our players from either side.
Hong Kong versus Japan. To put some width on this ball immediately. Good throw from Taniguchi. This is good work. Moving it into the midfield. Touchline. They bring it infield on a great offload there. Test for Hong Kong. Japan. On a great play there. In and out. Spin players. So Tanya Dar. Great throw to Baltazar. PY comes. Not overcommit, and it is a try. Now Hong Kong get the ball out. Finally released.
Quick little ball, always up and under, finds Tash Olsen-Thorne, and if you give Tash Olsen-Thorne a little bit of...
And there. And Otsuko doubles round, and that's a great offload.
Space has been fouled, just going to go all the way under the post.
A throwback to last year's match between these sides, won by Japan. Let's have a look at the lineup for Hong Kong China. It's an experienced front row of Lau Na-Win and Lam Tim Yung Iris, Lee Ga Shun as well. Chow Mei Nam, the captain of the history-making 27 Rugby World Cup, and teams up with a second-generation international Rashini Turner at lock. Pun Wai Yan leads the side from blindside with Seo Wing Ni Winnie and the impressive Shana Forrest in the loose trio. Agile halfback O King To will team up with Lo Wing Yin to drive this Hong Kong China backline around. Midfielders Eden and Hood both scored tries against Kazakhstan in the match midweek. Hong Kong China will look to get the exciting winger Gong Chonga Yan into the action as much as possible, and teaming up in the back three with Zoe Smith on the right wing, Punhui Yan in the back as well. Off the bench, well, all players were involved in that win over Kazakhstan. As we have a look and team up with what Hong Kong China have been doing.
Improved since the introduction of the women's CTOs. It's been great. Over the last 6 weeks, we've started S&C programming back with the international players, and then had about 25 sessions as a group, which has been outstanding, which lead up to our flight on Sunday morning. Yeah, in the squad, there's some really exciting players who have featured over the low cap team, but also filled in with some stalwarts coming back into the 15s program. A number of really exciting players who I'm really looking forward to see how they transition from a previous block of 7s into the 15s game. But no, very exciting.
We already finished up to 30 sessions during the whole campaign, and we got a training camp in Hong Kong that went through some intensity training and also some skills training to prepare for the ARC. This year to bring to ARC, but actually we still have some experienced player to leading for this campaign. For rugby, I think mainly that I spending the time with the teammate and also always working hard during on the pitch, off the field. How we bring in our hard work in the gym, and how we bring our hard work on the field, and how we bond together to play the game. But how we bounce back, how we chase to winning the small moment and try to build our momentum in the game. That is the exciting moment when I play rugby, and I always so proud of myself can wear the Hong Kong China jersey to represent my home to play rugby, and also enjoy the time with my teammates.
Let's have a look at the Japan lineup to start this one, and it's a front row of Hinata Maki, Ayumiko Kaji and Miharu Machida. It's a relatively new locking combination of Saya Nakamura and Mio Nishimura. Sakuraka Korai captains Japan, having scored a hat-trick against Kazakhstan. She's got Kyoko Hosokawa at open side and 7 standout Sakura Mizutani at number 8. Anonsio is at half-back with the vastly experienced Ayasa Otsuka outside her at fly half. Strong midfield pairing Kobayashi and Ando. Natsuki Uchida makes her test debut on the left wing. The impressive Meliua Havili Kagawa is on the right with Sora Nishimura at fullback. There's also a potential debut off the bench for the number 20. That is Kasumi Murasi. Also too, look out for the injection of the Paris Olympian Arisa Nishi, as this Japanese team is building up to Rugby World Cup 2025 and a big year ahead.
The Asia Rugby Championship is incredibly important for us, probably never more so than this year in terms of how we prepare ourselves for a World Cup. So as the Asian representatives in England, we want to put our best foot forward, we want to put our best game forward, and to do that we need a full squad that's prepared to play and compete. And so just coming off the back of a tour against the Eagles where we had some training games, but we also played 1 test, to have an opportunity to play 2 more internationals so quickly allows us to build depth in the squad, a deeper understanding of how we play, what we want to show the world this year.
So when we played against the US in Japan, we have unfortunately lost 2 games in Japan as well. So I was really disappointed. However, though, the win this time, we owe it not just to the players who traveled to the US, but also all the players in the team who we trained with at the camp in Japan thus far as well. By getting the results, when I heard the full-time whistle, there was a lot of mixed emotions in my head.
What a win it was too for Japan over the United States, 39-33 just a few weeks ago. Their first ever victory over the USA, and doing it from behind as well, coming from 21-9 down to win it. Now it's all eyes though on this Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship and the decider. Teams are welcome to the field in Fukuoka for the deciding match in the 2025 Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship. Japan, the 6-time champions, come into this one as the hot favourites, ranked 11th in the world, but Hong Kong, China too, coming off a win just a few days ago, and they will look to make a big upset this afternoon. Both teams winners over Kazakhstan earlier in the competition, 90 points to 0. Japan, their biggest ever win in 34 years of playing Test rugby. Hong Kong, China, their program really rebuilding, coming through again following the pandemic, and a new clutch of players with some veteran experience as well as the teams line up for the formalities.
Please rise for the national anthems. はじめに中華人民共和国国歌です。National Anthem of the People's Republic of China. 続きまして日本国国歌です。The National Anthem of Japan。さあ、まもなくキックオフとなります。選手たちへのご声援、後押しをお願いいたします。よかったら皆さん、両チームに大きな拍手をお願いいたします。
Referee in charge of this match from Singapore, Christabel Lim, getting the whistle for this decider in the Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship. 19th meeting overall between these sides. Only once have Hong Kong China secured victory. That was back in 2014 by just 1 point. They love to do that this afternoon. Japan on an 8-match winning run over their local rivals. And as I say, gearing up for a Rugby World Cup, which is less than 100 days away now, where they will face New Zealand, Ireland and Spain in Pool C. But that's all to come at the moment. It is the Asia Rugby Women's Championship decider, Hong Kong China in the red, Japan in the blue. Everyone ready to go, and now just waiting on that final count. All set to precision timing. And now we are ready to get this match underway. Off the boot of Lo Yin for Hong Kong China. It'll go down and be brought down. No, it won't be by Japan. Early mistake from the home team. And you can already hear Hong Kong China able to put some pressure on. Good chase off the kickoff. And just a miscommunication by the Japanese. Machida coming through, getting in the way, so Hong Kong China set the early scrum. 25 metres out from the Japanese line, all the back line spread away to the left. Where it'll be Okingto to feed the scrum. First tester of the set piece. Tucked in the boot of Shana Forrest away. It comes for Hong Kong China to get attacking position into the hands early of Eden and looking to wrap around the outside. Nice ball wide. Has floated forward though to Zoe Smith. But it was a promising start for Hong Kong China as Pun Huyan Vivian hit the line, just floating forward that ball. A let off for Japan early. Here is Lewis Wilson in the centre there, interim head coach of Hong Kong China. Taking charge and getting a first up win as well against Kazakhstan. So after the early mistake, Japan get a chance now with ball in hand. Seal spins it away and they get quickly into their work. Good chop tackle made, had to be made too, by Hong Kong China in midfield, the tall figure of Grace Hood, and they've just done enough to reorganise here There's the Hong Kong China defence shooting up out of the line and putting pressure on. Chonga-yan doing well. Has to release now. The fullback Nishimura up into the line for Japan. Now the forwards go to work. Kormaki. Through the hands they go. Japan looking like they are willing to run early as they try and get it wide. It's a kind enough bounce for Kagawa on that edge. Gee, she's strong, isn't she? Miliua Havili Kagawa scored in this fixture last year. Japan getting nicely into work, but now have to put boot to ball, and it's been charged down. Again, it was Smith this time. A couple of tall figures in that Hong Kong China backline, and they're making a nuisance of themselves early as Japan lose ground. Stopped on the 22. Dipping ball in the hands are good. And again, they have to deflect away. It was Turner this time for Hong Kong China. Japan again willing to put it through the hands. Here's an early touch. And dragged into touch is the debutant Uchida. Just stayed in field somehow, did Natsuki Uchida, the left winger, on debut. Hong Kong China have really got Japan pegged inside their own red zone at the moment. Kokaji it is who tries to take it forward again. They have to boot it away to the safety of the touchline. It's a good clearance at the end, but great defence from the visitors. See that assistant referee's flag just fluttering. Japan have got a healthy wind at their back, but it's Hong Kong China. Boy, the throw not straight. It's going to be tricky for the hookers at line-out time this afternoon. And it is an early miss from Lam. The black belt in Taekwondo missed the mark. Away it comes for Otsuka, the experienced fly half in this Japanese team, and as she makes good connection, or has it come off? No, it didn't get a touch on the way through. The connection was good, but the accuracy not. Ball goes out on the full from Ayasu Otsuka. The 33rd test match. Another opportunity here for Hong Kong China. They had all the possession, all the territory in the opening 5 minutes. This time Lam hits a mark. It's a nice quick ball off the top for Hong Kong China to work with. And they put it through the hands of Forrest, and now Grace Hood. Good punch up the midfield. Good tackle made though on Turner. Hong Kong China keep the ball alive well, recycle well, but just lost a little bit of ground, almost there. Almost a whole rather 4 pun to get through. And then losing control. Hong Kong China making all the early running, but nothing to show for it so far. Coaching staff of the Japanese. Keita Imada, the interim head coach. Leslie McKenzie, of course, two-time World Cup player herself, the Canadian, still overseeing the program, but Imada, interim head coach for this Asia Rugby Championship. Japan again looking for a first real foray into Hong Kong territory, and that's a nice raking kick downfield, 50-22 on, but Hun does well at the back to catch up with it, and now looks to run it out from deep inside her own territory. Japan have really turned Hong Kong China around now. Have to just try and rumble it out. It's there with Rashini Turner. And they'll get a penalty. That will relieve some of that pressure. It was a good kick downfield from the Japanese, but then letting Hong Kong China off with the penalty. kick's not going to find touch. You heard the cries not out from Japan, and so they get a chance to counter-attack here. Just on their own side of halfway. Now up to halfway. Go Japan. Nice quick ball this time. Good carry up the middle from Nakamura. Seal giving good service, and now just ghosting around the outside is Otsuka, releasing the debutant Uchida a little in and away. Pun comes across, makes a desperate tackle and puts her into touch. The offload was good for Ando, but Natsuki Uchida had just put a foot in touch. Great cover defense from Pun Huyan.
Line up here. Okay. Front man. Number one. Number one. Thank you.
22-year-old on debut. Uchida, oh, it's awkward for Hong Kong, China. Trapped on their own 5-metre line. Japan trying to pile in. A chance to clear. Hacked away downfield, it won't find touch, so the debutant comes back at them again. Made a great surge earlier. Almost through the first defender. Turner did well to hold on. Now Japan spread. Hard and direct from Sakura Mizutani, just her second test match. No wait for Hood to roll away. They'll concede the penalty. Japan playing under advantage, dabbing a little kick in behind here. Again, Poon has to come across. The bounce is awkward. The chase is good from Kobayashi, and the try is given, though they're going to check. Kanako Kobayashi
TMO.
stayed in the chase, but they're going to check upstairs with the TMO on the grounding.
If not, I'm playing advantage for.
Okay, just wait, Belle. I got you.
Yep.
Yeah, she's got it here.
Okay. Yep.
This looks like she's got it down. Are you happy with that? Yeah, I'm happy with that. Belle, can you hear me?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, you can go ahead and award the try.
Try. Okay.
Try given. It was a great chase from Kobayashi Kanako. The bounce was awful for Hong Kong China's fullback Poon. And it is the headgear of Kobayashi in her 19th test match. Scored against Kazakhstan, one of the 14 tries Japan scored, and they strike first, 5-0. Difficult conditions for the goal kickers, and that one's going to stay away from Otsuka. So try goes unconverted, but it is Japan with the first strike. They lead 5-0 here in Fukuoka. Hong Kong trying to get us back going again, holding up in that breeze right at the back of Japan in this first half. So it's taken in by the hooker, Okaji. He's out of the Tokyo Phoenix Club. Now Nishimura just caught behind the game line. Good spot tackle made. They rushed up in defence. Hong Kong China. Otsuka a chance to clear away. Once again, it's deflected off Hong Kong China bodies, and it sits up nicely for Poon, the fullback, who's had a busy opening 10 minutes. Hood goes to ground, and now they reset and go again. Turner. Good tackle made in midfield by Japan. Now they look to put it through the hands again. They've looked good with ball in hand. Here's Shana Forrest, this really explosive, powerful number 8 for Hong Kong China, and she's got her team on the front foot again. This time, Seal almost through a little half gap. Hong Kong China set again. Lo Wing Yun sends it across the line. Good hands, nice offload. Pun, oh, great shot put on by the try scorer though, Kobayashi. And now Japan pile through Hong Kong China, doing just enough. It was the captain, Pun Wei Yan, who came to the rescue. Defensive pressure good from Japan. Hong Kong China have lost ground, so boot to ball it is for Lo Wen-ying, but straight down the throat of the debutant, who returns favour, makes good contact. 50-22 on again, as it's just going to bounce back in field. It's a great kick though, and the chase is just as good from Kobayashi. And they win the penalty. Our Japan's kicking game turning Hong Kong China around, and then coming through to win the penalty. Kobayashi set the tone with a couple of good shots. This one here, bang, sit down. A lively start for the number 12. Suka opts to go to touch. Kickable penalty, turning down the points in favour of potentially more. Kokaji with the throw finds the target in the middle, and Japan will set the drive, looking to rumble forward, and it's peeled away brilliantly. And it's Sakura Mizutani. She's been a star of the 7 series for Japan. And now in just her second test, she gets Japan's second try. Well worked set piece execution. Brilliantly taken in firstly by Nakamura, and then Mizutani peels away to score Japan's second. Oh, she's a real talent, this one, the 21-year-old. Plays out of the Tokyo Phoenix. Had a stint playing in New Zealand, where she attended Hamilton Girls High School, playing with the likes of Blackfern Sevens, Kelsey Tinetti and Manaya Nuku. Otsuka. Difficult conditions for the kickers again. This one will stay away to the left. It goes unconverted again, but Japan lead at 10 points to nil after 14 minutes. Paris Olympian, played in the 2022 Rugby World Cup Sevens too, to Sakura Mizutani, eyeing a place in the 15s team for Rugby World Cup 2025. Hong Kong China have had some really good moments in this opening 15 minutes, just weren't able to capitalise, and now find themselves 10 points down. Again, this one hangs up in the breeze. It's Kobayashi who brings it down. Some of those early mistakes just going out of Japan's game. They made a couple in the opening stages.
No hands now.
Now Kobayashi looks to clear, getting it on that left boot. Again, it's Pun. Football skills she's going to have to catch up with, and does well.
No hands.
There's Pun Hui-yan, Vivian. Hong Kong China again back into Japan's half. Didn't make the most of it this time, but again, just a little extra roll. Held on too long, and it was Mizutani all over it. Japan have gone quickly. Otsuka looking once more to turn this Hong Kong China team around. They're having a chase back on a couple of occasions. Oh, there's a real scrap for it. Eventually, it's Jess Eden who gets back under pressure.
Kicked in by Red. 5 metre scrum.
From Japan, and it's going to be a 5 metre scrum. Here's the turnover. Great chop tackle, Nishimura, and that allowed Mizutani to get all in over that ball. So possession was taken back in goal by Hong Kong China. Kickback it was by Eden. So that means a 5 metre scrum for Japan. The entire back line spread out to the left.
Crouch.
A little nod from the captain, Kurai. Packing down here on the side of the scrum. Away it comes for Seal. And now Kobayashi trying to use her power. She's got one, and now she's got a second. Kanako Kobayashi, she's had a busy start to this game. Kicking game's been good, defensively strong, and now gets a second try. Easy work from the base of the scrum. Nice quick delivery, and then hard and direct from Kobayashi.
Seconds.
Again, Otsuka done from 2 so far, and he needs the support of a teammate because it is very blustery. This time makes the adjustment and gets the conversion, so Japan jump out 17 points to 0. They absorb the early pressure. There is Leslie McKenzie in the centre of picture there. The overall head coach will be happy with what her interim is doing at the moment. Notice there's Simon Middleton alongside Leslie McKenzie, coaching advisor to the Sakura 15, the Japan team, of course the former head coach of England women. Their incredible win streak they had prior to the 2022 Rugby World Cup final.
Backwards.
Good pressure coming on from Turner here. Hong Kong China have been able to shoot up and cause a little bit of pressure on that Japanese line. There's Mizutani, got that turnover and almost busted away through. Offload away to her captain, Sakurako Korai. Captained the team for the first time against Kazakhstan and scored a hat-trick. Again, they bang it away downfield with this healthy wind behind them. It's going to roll and roll. Hong Kong China opt to run it out from the in-goal area and get a good clearance away. Does Lo Wingying.
I saw that.
Japan certainly making the most of this wind behind them. Wind at their backs in the first half.
Yeah. Yes, on the line.
Ball overthrown, goes through all the hands, and it's going to land for Hong Kong China. There will be a double knock on in there though, first of all. So possession will remain for the team in red. Not a day for the line-out throwers.
Inside. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Free kick for Hong Kong China. Opts to send it away, and it's taken down by Kagawa on Japan's side of halfway. This is where they could be dangerous. Oh, Nishimura just ghosting through a couple. She's got one to beat. Pun does it well, stands her ground. Nishimura able to get up, go again. What a surge from Sora Nishimura, the fullback, and then they lose it on the ground. Do Japan all the work undone, but just putting Hong Kong China on notice. If you're going to send it down the throat of this fullback, she is going to bring it back with interest. Beats one, beats a second, and then the burst of pace. Great defence from Pun Hui Yan. She's had a lot coming her way, Hong Kong China's fullback. But Nishimura just showing her ability to cut through.
Crouch.
First quarter of the match gone, 17 points to 0. Japan leading Hong Kong China in this Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship decider. As it's scrambled away, touched off a Japanese hand by the sound of that in flight. It's a really good clearance into it. Strong wind from Lo Wingyun. Scrum coming under a bit of pressure. Japan come away with it.
Okay. Okay. Play on. No. Leave.
Forrest gonna struggle to roll out of there. Eventually she does well. Does the number 8, but here comes Japan again. Big front rower. Machida goes forward, digging it out. Seo. Now Otsuka through the hands they go, creating space on this left edge here for the debutante. Taking in another good tackle by Pun, the Hong Kong China fullback. Stopped is Nishimura. And now Seo digs it out. Otsuka, once again Turner rushing up, making a good tackle. Roshini Turner, a little bit slow to get up, but back in the line now, ready to go again. Japan happy to put it through the hands and over the top of the head of Zoe Smith. Lands for Kagawa.
Thank you.
Japan building phases again, and this is where they've looked dangerous. Now Mizutani taken to ground and drawing the penalty advantage out of Hong Kong China. So Otsuka once more will look to put it down into the corner, rolls a nice little kick over the top. Got the option though of going back to play the penalty. And perhaps a chance to kick for touch and have their own throw to the line out. That's exactly what Ayasa Otsuka, part of the Rugby World Cup squad in 2022 in New Zealand. Really good vision. She's put her team in great attacking position here. Kokaji finds the target in the form of Nakamura again. They've driven well from this position on the opposite side of the field once, and it's with Saya Nakamura. Now it's gone to ground. It's been pulled down by Hong Kong China, so another penalty advantage coming Japan's way. Penalties under pressure starting to mount against Hong Kong China. Here's Hosokawa. And now Kurai in support the captain, Nakamura, who started it with the good line out take. Japan really pressing here again, just holding up. Ando, nice little wrap around, and then ball through the hands, and it'll be a try on debut for Natsuki Ochida, the 22-year-old. They manipulated the space brilliantly from set piece, and then ball in motion through the hands. Otsuka, Nishimura, and then the 22-year-old debutante Natsuki Ochida with the try. What a way to start your test career. Try on debut. Been in the thick of the action as well.
30 seconds.
Kick from Otsuka, hanging up, and just stays to the left. Good effort, and as you say, really difficult kicking conditions. But it is Japan who weathered the early pressure from Hong Kong China, and they've jumped out 22 points to nil. 4 tries already. The response here from the team in red, Hong Kong China. Had some really bright patches in this first half. Haven't made the most of those opportunities. There's Kokaji, the hooker. He's been good with ball in hand so far. Seo, nice service from the base of that ruck. Suka taken back inside the 22. It's been touched in flight, but brought down by Hong Kong China and Lo Wing Yun. So a chance for them to run it back, and we've seen that Poon has been willing to do that, or she's been dispossessed though, just ripped away by Nishimura, and now Japan look to counter-attack with Maliua Havili Kagawa. Plays her club rugby here in Fukuoka. Does the right winger, what a player she is. Kobayashi through the hands, ball goes to ground. Hosokawa tidies up. Nice little bit of footwork, and now some space again here on this left edge. Around one is Oshida, through another on the angle run, weaving her way through. Natsuki Oshida goes in untouched, beating a couple of defenders on the way and gets her second try. First of all, the rip came from Nishimura, and then quick thinking Japan one way, then the other, and then finding this elusive winger on the edge, through one, around another, and another. The weaving angled run from Oshida, and the debutant gets a second in quick succession. Curling it around off the posts as well, so it's all going Japan's way in this first half. As Otsuka converts the second try of Uchida. And now it is Japan who have raced out 29 points to nil as we head towards 10 minutes to go in the first half. Luing gets us away again. Hong Kong China desperately looking for something in this first half. They'll get possession there. It was a good contest in the air. Came off a Japanese hand. So a chance for Hong Kong China, and they'll go back and play the scrum because there's no way through that defence. Knock on off the restart from Japan. Good opportunity here for Hong Kong China. King Toe will feed the scrum for Hong Kong China. Options left and right. It's going to have to come out the back. She does well as they were backpedaling a little bit. Now just caught behind the advantage line is Eden. Playing in midfield today after shifting from the wing where she played against Kazakhstan midweek. Good chop tackle made on Turner. Japan's defence neatly organised again. Hong Kong China find themselves back behind halfway. Forrest tries to push it along. Good chest pass into the hands of Chonga Yan. Just haven't seen this quality finisher for Hong Kong China in any sort of space, the number 11, and now the pressure really coming on, but Japan go off their feet and concede the penalty. Opportunity for Low here just to punch Hong Kong China back downfield into that window. Not going to find touch with it, tried to peel off too much. So it's more position here for Japan, and Kobayashi got 2 tries already. As they look to build from inside their own territory again, and it's nice for Otsuka to again put that prolific right boot into action. Low has to go a long way back. Just got caught in 2 minds. Ball spills forward. Stayed down 2 after the big shot came on, did Low, but here come Japan again. Out the back they go. It's a little bit scrappy. Nishimura does well before Hong Kong China come piling in. They needed to regroup on defence and have done so. Good tackle made. Japan come at them again. Hong Kong China defending with a player down low, and is it? No, it's a Japanese player who stayed down. In fact, thought it might have been Low from that earlier shot. Quick pick and go. Korai, the captain. Away come Japan again. It was Otsuka who stayed down, just getting into position now. You can see her there on her haunches. Over on that right side. They won't want to lose Ayase Otsuka. Good pressure coming on at the ruck from Hong Kong China. It's slow for Seo. Again, they have a little go at it. Do Hong Kong China. Kobayashi now. Again, floating a ball over the top and finding space. Wing a bit in once more. And here's the elusive Wichita. Leaves a couple behind her. And again, they go quick recycle, but it's been intercepted. Hong Kong China will concede the penalty, and there's a few walking wounded from both teams after that long passage of play.
Time off.
That one looks, though, to be causing some level of discomfort. Perhaps a roll of the ankle in that passage of play. We're going to see it here, so avert your eyes if you... Oh, yep. Oh, yep. Rolled ankle. It is from Chongayan. Hopefully one of those ones that initially hurts a little bit more. And it looks like they're going to strap it up. So more running repairs as well. Kobayashi, Kanako Kobayashi.
Okay, so
Great
you have
first
got
half.
issues with the numbers in your lineup? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I want them to go quick. Make sure you set your numbers correctly, then I'll let them go. Okay?
Any feedback so far?
No, it's good in the scrum, so keep it up. Thank you.
Here they are, the Japan Rugby Brains Trust. Few World Cup appearances as coaches.
Okay.
And as a player between Leslie McKenzie and Simon Middleton.
Time on.
Oh, Chongayan has been strapped up on that ankle. We'll see how it is, because they're going to have to defend here. Otsuka looks to be okay too after taking an odd, because we're into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Bird's eye view. What a vantage point. They'll be nice and relaxed so far. Here come Japan again. Their driving maul's been good so far. But Hong Kong China have got him well here. Nice and organised so far on defence. Kokaji's got it tucked in the back. Now transferring it away. It just splinters a little bit. Coming through and doing really well as Lam for Hong Kong China. Eventually it comes away though for the Japanese. Nishimura.
Thank you.
Japan players peeling around the corner. Kokaji. Nice and quick this time for Seal. They go forward again, hard and direct. We've seen them find space on the edges. Now the forwards happy to roll their sleeves up and go to work for Japan as they look for a 6th try in the half.
No, leave it. Thank you.
Slow ball eventually comes away for the halfback. And now it's there. They keep pushing right. It's disrupted. It's dropped. Drop cold. All that hard work just got in each other's way. Nansio, the halfback, looking at some of her forwards to figure what went wrong there. Really good organised defence though from Hong Kong China. They stood their ground as Japan's forwards came at them.
Thank you.
Oh, hits a foot on the way through.
Scrum, let's go.
Her teammate. So a let off for Hong Kong China.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Scrum's been under a little bit of pressure and the front rows go down. It's a penalty. Driving in on the angle were Japan's front row, so a relieving penalty for Hong Kong China if they find touch from this. Missed a couple of times. Zoe Smith who has the job. That one's just going to hang up and sky back in field again. And look at Seal, so quick to try and counter-attack. Lovely quick hands, but the ball goes astray. Ozakawa tried to throw a bit of a miracle offload. Couldn't find No, under the centre. Again, the missed touch finder though from Honkaina, just showing how difficult that wind is that they are playing into in this first half. Lamb finds a target. It's in the form of Rashini Turner. Good carry. Nice meters made by the captain, Kunwai Yan. And again, a chance just to relieve some of that pressure from Low.
Not me.
Nicely taken down by Kagawa. She's so elusive, but the ball spills through the hands of Korai, the captain. Korai puts the hand up to apologise. He's just a little glimpse though of Miliua Havili Kagawa. Still only 23. Looks like she's been around forever, the right winger. Oh, it's gone over and it's fallen through the hands of Li Gashin. So turnover possession after the hard work done to win it back. Hong Kong China will spill the ball. Their record cap holder was who couldn't bring that one in. Three and a half minutes away from half time now. Japan, 5 tries to the good. Nice solid scrum as they launch their attack again through Kobayashi. Ball on the wrap around Otsuka, and again they look to get wide, holding on to it well. Oshida, she's shown how elusive she is so far, but they've held her up. Really wrestled it away, did well to get possession away. It's just come unstuck in midfield though for Japan. Good defence from Hong Kong China to win the ball back. Try and make the most of it. Rugged defence from the Japanese this time. Good carry meters from Chow Mei Nam. Again, they put boot to ball, and once more it comes in field. Kagawa does well. Ball goes backwards. They've got numbers again here. Have Japan on this left edge. They're finding space regularly here. Good tackle from Hood on Korai. Back they come again. That looked flat. Play on. Here's the call. Nice little interplay. Nishimura up in the line. Couldn't link up with Mizutani. And again, Hong Kong China regroup in defence. Comes back in field. Seo just giving really good service to her back line. Oh, big collision of bodies in back play as Japan ball forward again with Hozokawa. Nice tackle made by Pun. As the open side flanker peeled off meters. Quick possession, quick retention. Here come Japan again, stabbing a little kick in behind Otsuka for the chasers to come. Pun get back there and plenty of time for a goal line dropout for Hong Kong China. Don't know if that was the option for Otsuka. Yes, they had Hong Kong China backpedaling, but the pressure not off with 1.5 minutes to go in the half. Shallow dropout. Just holds up, or it sits up beautifully now for Zoe Smith to tear away. Opportunistic, has she got the pace? Nishimura coming across, does well, little in and away. Smith tries to find player back in field. It's play on for Hong Kong China. What a surge from Zoe Smith down that left side. Back they come again. Japan have scrambled back. Hong Kong China looking for points before the half. It's slow for Lam. Eventually coming away for Hong Kong China. What a bust out. Now Hood in midfield looking to punch through the middle. Japan have regrouped, and now it's with Turner. Second generation international. Father Mark played for Hong Kong, China as well. And then the ball rolls off the fingertips backwards, says the referee. I've lost some ground again, so again just have to opt to kick it away. Hagawa loses her footing. And it may be opportunity lost for Hong Kong, China. Nice tackle by Smith. That's the siren for half-time. And Japan will get into the break after staving off one last surge from Hong Kong, China. Came to nothing in the end, but it's the debutant, one of 2 tries that she scored in the half. Hong Kong, China leading 29, Japan rather leading 29 points to 0 over Hong Kong, China at half-time.
国技団でチャレンジカップ2025日本代表対ウェールズ代表チケットの一般販売は6月7日土曜日10時からを予定。そして7月19日土曜日は太陽生命ジャパンラグビーチャレンジシリーズ2025女子日本代表対女子スペイン代表18時キックオフのこの試合は6月21日土曜日10時から一般販売が予定されております。最後に7月20日日曜日21日月曜日は太陽生命ウィメンズ瀬戸内シリーズ2025第2戦北九州大会が実施されます。こちらの試合は入場無料です。ぜひビクニワールドスタジアム北九州でラグビーマンスをお楽しみください。各試合の詳細は日本ラグビーフットボール協会のサイトをご覧ください。
our world is growing, and so is rugby. There are more players, more teams, more matches than ever before. Luckily, our game is simple. We only really need one thing to play it, and we buy millions of them every year. Unfortunately, too many end up in the wrong place, but some balls are made better. Rhino's recycled range is made with up to 80% recycled rubber. We are still not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. You only need a ball, make it a good one. For rugby, for you, for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
The Rhino recycled range. A ball for the planet.
Well, let's have a look at the first half highlights. It is Japan leading 29 points to nil at half-time over Hong Kong, China. In the first try, it was a little bit opportunistic, but a great chase from Kanako Kobayashi, and the put down, the bounce unfortunate for Hong Kong, China. But that was Kobayashi and Japan's first to get them on the board. This is just well worked set piece right in the middle, and then organised from the drive in Sakura Mizutani. She is a real rising talent, this number 8. Keep an eye out for her at Rugby World Cup, I'm sure. That was Japan's second, and now Kobayashi, well, you wouldn't be able to keep her out of the action. Has firstly Yoshida it was who got her first, rather, on debut. Natsuki Yoshida. Kobayashi had another as well. As Japan piled on the pressure. Hong Kong, China had their moments in this half, but just a couple of times got caught. But this is just individual brilliance around one, and then swerving away back in field through another, leaving the fullback flat-footed in her wake. And Natsuki Yoshida gets her second try, 2 on debut for the 22-year-old winger. As we are almost ready to go in the second half of the Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship, the decider. Japan, the 6-time champions, in command over Hong Kong, China, leading 29 points to nil. Japan will be playing into the wind in the second half. We'll see how much that breeze is worth and what Hong Kong, China can do to exploit it.
Ready? Okay. Oh, wait. Time on.
Second half underway off the boot of Ayase Otsuka, who has pulled the strings well for Japan. Hong Kong, China, who bring it down off the restart though, and they get a chance to get some ball in hand. Changes at half time for Hong Kong, China. Number 22 on, that's the elusive fly half, replacing Lo Wing-yun. Japan and their captain Sakurako Kurai. That's gone high though, so got advantage here. Have Japan. Tackle just crept up on Kurai. Led this team well. Early pressure then going to come on the Hong Kong China line again. Otsuka just taking her time, making sure, doesn't want to try for too much distance in this breeze. Here's the high tackle, just more the seatbelt tackle. See a lot of that in the sevens game, up over the shoulder. So Japan, opportunity to launch from set piece again. Yeah, they've been really good. And eventually they do come away with it. It was just held up. Otsuka now for Kobayashi. 2 tries in the first half. Cutout ball sits up nicely for another with 2 tries in the first half. The debutant. Uchida finds Nishimura back in field. Good the fullback as well. And it's just disrupted.
Back to the line out.
No advantage from the line out though, so they go all the way back to the other side.
Okay, PY, timing of the line out, okay? Timing.
Ah, there's the explanation. You hear our referee.
Offside.
Christabel Lim, just say to, well, you say PY, that's Pun Wai Yan, the captain of Hong Kong China, known to just about everyone as PY. Opportunity for Japan though, straight after half time to get deep inside Hong Kong China territory.
Keep the gap, please.
Need to be accurate here on defence though. Hong Kong China, just as Japan are with their line out throw and setting that drive. It was Kuroi, the captain, who brought it down, and now it's tucked in the back of the hooker. Kokaji one way and then the other, just has a little peek. It's going to go to ground now, so Seo have to release. Kobayashi and then flat and hard for a midfield partner, Ando. Ball spills clear though. The good defence on their line from Hong Kong China gives them an opportunity to clear away. Just looking to find an angle to clear from, so Shana Forrest has to carry some hard metres. And they find the safety of the touchline. Danger not over, but scrambling it away to get out of trouble.
Over. Kick. Yeah. One. Yeah. One.
Here is now
Japan.
Ando. And put that ball down. Again hitting the target. Another great throw from Ayumu Kokaji, and they will set to drive again. They're going to funnel it back. It hasn't found its way all the way back yet. It just breaks away a little bit. Now it's there with the hooker and the halfback Seal. Has to clear once more. Kobayashi hard and direct. Gee, she's been good. And the headgear in midfield. Nice quick ball again for Otsuka to the line. Able to get the ball away. Hands free, they keep coming. Numbers wide here to the left, and it could be a hat-trick on debut. It will be a hat-trick on debut for Natsuki Uchida. 2 in the first half. And now 1 to start the second. Quality finishing from the Japanese winger.
Seconds.
3 tries on debut for the 22-year-old. Couldn't have asked for much more. She looks to be a really classy finisher. Nishimura taking over the goal kicking in the second half. 2 from 5 from Otsuka in the first, and now Nishimura from wide. That one goes across the face, so try will go unconverted again, but it's not to matter for Japan. And that woman in the middle, 34 points to 0 now they lead. Changes coming for Hong Kong China. It's Kia Hedawini into the front row.
Okay.
Born in Hong Kong, English and New Zealand heritage, the number 18. Japan bring it down with their tight head prop, Machida. 34 points to 0 though. They lead early in the second half. 6-time defending champions, or 6-time winners rather, of the Rugby Asia Championship. It's play on, able to get up and go again. And they'll get a penalty. Unable to roll away. Turner. Japan go quickly. Quick tap. And now looking to turn Hong Kong China around. That one just skied off the side of the boot. And it's going to be knocked on, is it?
Yeah.
It'll be play on for Japan as they've come through to win it regardless of Kagawa. And look how quickly they try and swing onto attack. Ball again just lost somewhere in the contact area. Japan regroup again. Again, the service from Seo is excellent. Now a little crossfield kick. Kobayashi, that one hanging up in the wind. It'll work out okay. And here she goes again. Oh, elusive. There's Ochida. But the ball was lost on the way through by Hozukawa. And Japan, gee, they're showing the full bag of tricks. And this woman here is dangerous on attack.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Pinto feeds the scrum. It's a nice stable scrum for them. And ball goes through the hands though as the charge had been made. Unfortunate for Grace Hood. Hong Kong, China, and now Japan with some more turnover possession here. Stabbing a little kick in behind. It's just going to sit up for Poon. Able to get back in plenty of time. Does well, the fullback, and now almost running herself into a bit of trouble in midfield. Back inside their own 22. There's Hiddewini slipping it on for the hooker Lamb.
Thank you.
Hong Kong, China look to clear through the replacement. Lee and finds its way to touch. Japan though will get another opportunity to launch from line out, which has worked to good effect for them so far.
Red line.
Change being made at halfback for Hong Kong, China. Siu
Time on.
in jersey 21. Here come Japan again. Line out has worked to really good effect. Giving them a great platform from which to launch, and it's nice quick ball. Oh, great awareness from Sakurako Korai. Japan's captain made a good initial carry and then wasn't held. Released possession, able to go once more. Here it is. Akurakai. As they rolled away, there was nobody there to bridge over that ball. And well, she got a hat trick against Kazakhstan last week in her first test match as captain. And now Sakurako or Korai gets another for Japan. She's been in really great form. The blind side makes the conversion opportunity nice and easy for Nishimura. And Japan racing out now. Second try of the second half to take them out to a 41 points to 0 lead. Hong Kong, China just regrouping behind the post, going to take their time to get back into position. Lots of changes now coming in too for Japan. Arisa Nishi, Paris Olympian, on to replace Ayasa Otsuka. Change at lock as well for the Japanese. So new faces coming in. See what impact they have. Opportunity for these players in the Japan side, of course, with Rugby World Cup looming. Less than 100 days, about 90 or so in fact. And a push for places in that World Cup squad. Oh, and this woman again just swooping on loose possession once more. Natsuko Ochida, she's already got 3. It just breaks down for a great cover. Brilliantly done by Hong Kong, China to get back get back in numbers, get over the ball and win possession back. That is the class of Chonga-Yan. Not a lot has gone her way, but coming up trumps on defence. That's great work from Chong. With the 7's prowess to the 4 there. Interim coach Lewis Wilson watching on. Ball down the back. It's taken in nicely by Hong Kong China. Conceded a couple of early tries in the second half, but had some good moments as well in the first 12 or so minutes. Nice distribution from some of the new players. One it is, and now on the wraparound it's Grace Hood, and a good surge forward here from Poon, and now a little bit of open space for Chong to try and bust away through. Ball's laid back. Really promising attacking movement here for Hong Kong China, perhaps their best of the match so far. Seal Winnie goes forward up to the 22. Here come Hong Kong China looking for some points in this one. Good surge up over the 22 from Lam the hooker. Japan trying to get hands on ball. They've slowed it down. And now they'll regroup and go again. Does Hong Kong China with Lau. And now Turner it is. They keep plugging away to the right. Good defence from Japan though coming up. On Punu coming to the line. The captain goes forward. Ball spills clear and a promising move. Just breaks down for Hong Kong China. And you can just see there Kia Hedawini just showing, some good moments. Plenty for Hong Kong China to still get out of this last half an hour. And that's the final moment. It just broke down. It had been good build-up play before that.
Time on. Scrum.
A little dab down the blind side here from the scrum. There's lots of room here for Morchida, who shows the full array of skills with a searching little kick downfield as well, fielded by Punhayan, but they get back in numbers well, do Hong Kong China, to support their fullback. One, and now Lee, new halfback and first 5 onto the field for Hong Kong China. And here's Arisa Nishi as well. First chance for her to go on a little dabbing run as well. There's Arisa Nishi, the 20-year-old. Really good footwork. Nishimura playing up into the line now. And Nishi going to fullback. Here's Kagawa. Ball spills out of the hands, but it's gone backwards. In fact, knocked on off Hong Kong China as they tried to rip it away. Nishimura. Here it is for Kobayashi. Just a little bit clunky from Japan, and now they start to pour forward again, and they pour forward with pace once more. Chida just running out a bit of room, deflected all over the place before it's brought in by Seal, the halfback. Had a good day out as well. Matsunaga, number 19. Fresh legs in the pack as it's fielded by Hong Kong China. Oh, great tackle though. Good shot, Kagawa. On Smith. But they go off their feet, do Japan, and so the penalty comes Hong Kong China's way, starting to open up considerably this match. Great tackle by Kagawa. Just driving Smith back, and it needed to be made too. Shown a good turn of pace as some fresh legs come in for Japan. 121, Mio Yamanaka, experienced player, been around the scene for a long time, to replace the impressive halfback Anansio, and then changing the front row as well with Yoshida in for Komaki. Just a fourth test appearance for Mio Yamanaka. He's out of the No Pearls club. Nice line out position here for Hong Kong China to work from. Oh, just getting stopped though. Great shot. Mizutani puts on. Seal wing knee. Has to release eventually. 2017 Rugby World Cup player. No way through for Hedawini either. So Hong Kong China have to go back into the pocket and put it on the boot. Nishi. Lisa Nishi. Can't quite link up with their winger. Comes away again for Kobayashi. Nice quick hands, tipped on well. Play on again, able to get up and go again and charge up through the middle. Nishimura, that's a great run from the lock. Hong Kong China have got in here and slowed it right up. Have they been able to turn it? Not quite. Yamanaka will dig it out eventually. For Japan, really slow ball. In fact, it has come on Hong Kong China's way. You see them all realise quickly and hustle back to get into the attacking line, and they've got numbers wide here if they can get it. Yeah, and away goes Chong Ga-yan. Needed some ball in open spaces. It took her time, and then she showed that quality finishing ability that she does have. Turnover possession for Hong Kong China, and Chong Ga-yan, they got it into the hands of their speedster quickly. She's done all the work on defence. Ando slipped off the tackle, and the classy finisher gets the first try of the afternoon for Hong Kong China. Well, it's a deserved finish. She's done some tough yards on defence, some tough work on defence. And now gets the reward on attack. Chloe Smith with the kicking duties from wide. It'll stay out to the left, so try goes unconverted. But a quality finish from a quality player. Chong Ga-yan. Really pleasing for the Hong Kong China coaching team. See their team stay in the fight. So Japan have their defensive line breached for the first time. Let's see if Hong Kong China can continue to build upon that. Scored those 2 tries early in the half, did Japan, but Hong Kong China have fought back into it well. As we see a handful of changes for both sides. In the front row, well, here comes Nishi. This is where she could be dangerous, and she floats a nice little ball to her winger. Oh, brilliant little bit of footwork, and now the speed as well from Ocheda. She got 3 in the first half, looking for a 4th. Away it comes Japan. Hong Kong China having to scramble back. Korai, and then through the hands they go. Kagawa just using that strength, stretching and scoring. A brilliant bust out from Japan. It started with the work from the fullback and this brilliant winger on debut, Natsuki Uchida. They kept it alive from here, recycled possession well. Bodies piling in, nice quick delivery, and then the finish comes on the opposite wing where Meliua Haveli Kagawa using that bit of strength that she needed at the finish. Great bust out from Japan.
30 seconds. Yeah. Thanks. seconds.
Kick from wide will hang up in the wind. So again, unconverted from Nishimura, but it's a classy, well-worked try by Japan, set up by that woman and then scored by her opposite winger to take it out to 46 points to 5 as we head into the final quarter of this match in Fukuoka. Restart goes down as far as Miharu Machida. She's worked really hard, the tight head prop for Japan, as Yamanaka brings it away. Kobayashi. Nishimura stepping up from fullback into that fly half position. Oh, the bounce is awful for Smith, but she does well to regroup as it lands in the arms of the try scorer Kagawa. Yamanaka brings it away. More Japan, bodies in motion, ball out the back now, and again just getting from edge to edge pretty quickly. Hong Kong, China have done well just to hold this one up though. Japan going a little bit laterally at the moment. Slipped on for one of the newcomers onto the field, Nami Yoshida in jersey 17.
Sorry.
Now hard and direct, referee still playing on. Oh yeah, it's going to be a knock on only. She said no hands. It might have just spilled out off a Hong Kong China hand. So passage play breaks down. Japan weren't really going anywhere, so they will set the scrum and get a chance to launch.
Too much movement, okay? Please wait for my bind call. Yeah. Thank you. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Scrum sets on the second time. Well, now it goes down. And Japan will play at it though. And they're looking to run it out from deep. Now they put, again, kick downfield, just hanging up in that strong wind that they are playing into in this second half. Good carry back from Zoe Smith. Canadian born. Moved to Hong Kong over a decade ago. Well, Japan have piled through and disrupted here. Yamanaka just losing control though, and they'll concede the penalty in the process. And quick tap and go. This is what Hong Kong China needs. Someone to take it by the scruff of the neck. It was the try scorer Chong who did just that to get them back onto the front foot again. Hedawini slips a nice little ball. Good tackle made. Just tipped up. Another penalty though. Couple starting to mount against Japan here. It's a good tackle made. Shana Forrest aware of the threat of the number 8. Hong Kong China will plug the touchline here with Lee Tsing. Mihon Matsunaga, who came on jersey 19, scored 2 tries against Kazakhstan. Really tall figure in this line out. See if they get up to contest here as that breeze, that wind really starts to blow. Japan not to contest, so it's taken down by Turner, and away comes Forrest. Here come Hong Kong China looking for a second try. Nice little offload for Shana Forrest, stayed in good support. Away it comes for Hong Kong China, onto attack. A rare foray into Japan's red zone. Hirowini. Kia Hirowini. Another whose dad played for Hong Kong China as well. Now it comes and then spills off the fingertips. It was an awkward ball. Just had to reach for it. Did Grace Hood, and it comes away. Poon again will have a little tack. Not going to get through there though. Great defence was Akawa, and look at Japan trying to pile through and disrupt here. It's play on, it's untidy. Hong Kong China have somehow rescued the situation with Turner. And they'll have to regroup just on Japan's side of halfway. One clears off. They're opting to kick. The kicking game again has gone straight down the throat of Nishimura. Just haven't quite had the accuracy of Hong Kong China with the boot. And that's again put them under pressure as they blow through once more, have Japan to win possession back. Weren't enough support for Poon as she went forward, so Yamanaka clears it away for Japan. Mizutani has a second go at it, but she's strong enough to withstand the oncoming Hong Kong pressure. Little kick in behind, some open spaces.
Inside.
Taken inside the 22 by Lee. Needs some help here to protect this ball again. That's once more just being beaten in and around that breakdown area. Hong Kong China, it'll be slow to get out of there, and eventually it's going to be unplayable, and Japan's breakdown work winning their possession back.
Stop.
That was the initial hit. This is the first one where they were able to blow through. And then again here, it's the captain, Koroi.
3914 blue. 397. 397.
So changes coming in for Japan, and on in jersey 20, you can see Kasumi Murasi on debut. Her first appearance. Congratulations to her, getting a good 15 minutes in the final. As the team's looking to clear the benches as well.
Crouch. Bye. Set.
19-year-old Naomi Peters on to pack the scrum too for Hong Kong China. Made her debut earlier in the week. They'll have to defend here first of all, though, will the visitors, as Japan pour forward again through Kobayashi. She has got them on the front foot time and again with just some hard straight running in midfield. Yamanaka will look to clear this away. They keep coming to the left, some fresh legs out there. That is Sadaka on an 18 and Yoshida in 17. Fresh front row forwards coming in. Around the corner comes Nishimura. Gee, she's worked hard. The starting lock out of Yokohama, the Yokohama club. Away they come again. Nao Ando. Quick pick and go. Sadaka, Japan pushing here. Looking for a 9th try in this match. Good hands from the debutante, Morase. And they'll play the penalty as it was knocked down by Hong Kong China. And there could... Oh, I thought I heard a double blast on the referee's whistle, which can often mean or spell trouble in terms of the yellow cards, but it could spell trouble regardless here for Hong Kong China, as Japan are going to set the scrum 7 metres out from the try line.
You too? Soft bind. Don't fight. Soft bind. Bind properly. Okay? Okay? Both bind. Thank you. Let's go. Crouch.
Scrum sets. Yamanaka, it's controlled in the back now with Mizutani. Yamanaka, the halfback, barking the orders, and away it comes for her. Kobayashi bounces off one and looks to bounce off a couple more. Brilliant in the first half. She's been brilliant all match. And Kanoko Kobayashi, she too gets a hat trick. Just too big, too strong in midfield for Japan. Got the service she needed, made the run, sits down one, and then takes two over the line with her. Kanoko Kobayashi gets a third try for her and Japan's ninth. She's been in the thick of everything. The second 5/8, the inside centre. And Kanoko Kobayashi joins Natsuki Ochida with a hat trick in this match.
30 seconds.
Nishimura adds the extras and Japan hit 50. They go out now 53 points to 5 as they look to secure this Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship for a 7th time. Plenty for them to build on as they head into the final 10 minutes of this match, but start to eye that trip to England in 90 days. Pool C, Japan will play in with New Zealand, Ireland and Spain. Japan really building on the work that we've seen from them so far this season. A first ever win in their history over the United States just a few weeks ago. Then their highest ever score in a test match against Kazakhstan last week. And now this one here, which is going to see them take the trophy once more. Still 8 minutes to play. Hong Kong, China will want to get more from it. They've shown some bright moments. And a chance to finish strongly. Lots of fresh players onto the field. Got Fion. Played over 100 plus games for her club. Another Canadian-born player. Settled in Hong Kong for some time. This is a good drive for Hong Kong, China now. Controlled in the back by the hooker, and away it comes now. Up towards the 22 they go through. Jess Eden. Strong body in midfield. Japan's defence standing strong on. Got Fion. Now through the hands, Hedawini. They keep plugging away to the right through one, the halfback, releasing Inki Sim. New front row forward on as well. Now they can open up again. Hard and direct. Turner can't quite link up with the first pass as Oyeon Sunyi takes it to ground. He's looking for someone to punch a hole through the heart of this Japanese defence at the moment. Japan's defence standing firm, and they'll be just as pleased with that at the moment. Another good hit goes in. Nice transfer though. Play on for Hong Kong, China. It's laid back for one. Through the hands they go. Good hands too from Ing. Japan ready to peel themselves up off that line and shoot out once more. Header when he's stopped in her tracks. Hong Kong, China building phases again though, just running out of options and have to put boot to ball. There were 3 Japanese players that came away for the replacement prop Yoshida, and now they surge off downfield with the captain Korai. Up towards the 22, Japan go. Through the hands it goes, and here goes Nishi. She's got plenty of pace and great footwork, has Arisa Nishi. On the counter, they put on the pressure defensively. They turn that defence into attack. And Arisa Nishi gets her first try for Japan. The Paris Olympian coming into the side, made her debut against Kazakhstan and just shows what a quality player she is, the 20-year-old Arisa Nishi. gets the 10th try for Japan. It all came, though, from the defensive pressure. There was just no outlet, no way through for Hong Kong China, forced to kick, kicked into bodies, and the ball landed for the Japanese and Arisa Nishi. Nishimura. Can't get that one to go away either, so that will be one area perhaps in very difficult conditions, to be fair to the goal kickers today. That Keita Imada, interim coach, Leslie McKenzie, the head coach, there she is on the left, looks very relaxed. And Simon Middleton, a former coach of England, who working with the Sakura 15 as well. Into the final 5 minutes. Japan have got a couple more test matches to come as well before they head to Rugby World Cup. They'll host Spain for 2 tests. And at the moment they lead 58 points to 5 with a shade over 4 minutes to go in this one in Fukuoka. Yamanaka clears away. Again, Fuller running, and they look elusive, don't they? Really good with ball in hand. Hana Harekaro, who made her debut in that famous win over the United States, scoring a try off the bench, the number 22. Japan not to kick away downfield this time. It's going to be fielded by Lee. Came into the match at half-time. Nice little interplay from the Hong Kong China forwards. They're going to have to go 80 metres if they're to get a second try late in this one. One told to use it. Turner's worked hard. Again, they have just found it so hard to break down this Japanese wall. That one's going to be taken back and kicked out on the full. So more possession for Japan. They'll have throw to the line out just outside the 22. We see how difficult it has been to play in really windy. Japan have done well playing into that headwind in the second half. Here they come once more. Nice and direct. Mizutani pumping the legs. It takes 3 to bring her down up towards the 22. Those Sakura Mizutani. Now they look to release again. Hands on the edge. Nishi. And now Ochida cannot keep her out of the try scoring action. That is number 5 for Natsuki Ochida on debut. 3 in the first half, 2 in the second. The hands are superb. Puts it on the chest, does Nishi. What a debut to remember. I've miscounted, it's 4. It's still good.
30 seconds.
I've given her 1 extra. There might be time for 1 more, but she has got 4, not 5. Still incredibly impressive, whichever way you cut it. Natsuki Uchida on debut with 4 tries. They haven't made it easy for the kickers with the wingers scoring out wide. And that one will hold up well and truly in the stiff wind. 63 points to 5, a 4th try for Natsuki Uchida. How impressive has she been? Finished with aplomb. Into the final minute of the match just about now. As Japan look to wrap up this Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship for a 7th time. That one's gone forward, so in fact Hong Kong China are going to get one last throw of the dice here, one last chance to get something, and they've worked hard for it forced the mistake. And now a chance to finish off.
Let's go.
There goes the siren for full time. So Hong Kong China will have one last chance here. One more crack. They've got options left and right. They've split the back line and a chance to grab another try. Off the back they go, bouncing out. And away it comes 4-1. And now Eden. Jess Eden goes up over the 22. Japan try and get hands on it. Can't do so. Once he digs it away. Header winning. Header winning. Chopped down low. Japan's defence has been outstanding all game. And they're not going to be able to concede here either. They've disrupted Hong Kong China. Last attacking foray. And they will be able to finish this off. Yamanaka, and who else but the woman who's been in the thick of it, but Kanako Kobayashi to bunt it into touch and see Japan take the Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship for a 7th time, a comprehensive performance which included 4 tries on debut for Natsuki Uchida, but it's Japan 63, Hong Kong China 5. "11 tries they scored. Japan, 3 to Kobayashi, 4 to Uchida, Mizutani, Korai, Kagawa and Nishi also on the score sheet. The one coming for Hong Kong China in the second half by Chonga-yan. Oh, Japan, after the early stages, they absorbed some opening pressure and they were able to dominate throughout that second half. They got on the score sheet early in the second spell as they built and built pressure, and it was Uchida getting her hat-trick early in that second half. She'd get another one before the match is out as well. Good Natsuki Uchida. They scored 2 quick ones after the break, but then Hong Kong China, well, they would have their moments, and it took something a little bit special from a special player in their side. Chonga-yan, we know she's a quality finisher. We've seen it in the Sevens game. They were able to get it to her eventually, finally found some open spaces and got the try they had been looking for, a well-deserved try for the winger. But again, speaking of wingers, you couldn't keep them out of it. Nishi put the ball on the chest for Uchida. She beats one. She's so elusive. That lovely arcing, swerving run. And then they were able to release again, recycle and go once more, and it would be on the opposite wing that this surging passage of play would finish with the try to Meliua Havili Kagawa. She is a danger woman. It went mainly to her other winger in this one, but Kagawa get the finish as well. And then Nishi once more, a lovely ball straight onto the chest of her winger. Love to see how many defenders beaten she had in the end. Good Natsuki Uchida, who scored 4 tries in this match in a 63-5 win over Japan as they take out the Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship once more. We'll get a chance to go and hear from the winning captain as well,
放送席会場の皆様、日本代表キャプテン高麗選手にお越しいただきました。まずは連勝での優勝おめでとうございます。今の気持ちはいかがですか？
とても嬉しいです。まず天気が悪い中応援してくださりありがとうございました。
今日の試合デビュー戦の大内田選手も含めて、日本代表の層の厚さを感じた試合になったと思います。今日の試合振り返っていかがでしょう。
最初私たちのミスから、苦しい時間帯が続いたんですけど、ファーストキャップの人たちや新しいメンバーが、爆速をしっかり体現してくれた中で私たちらしいラグビーができたからこそこの勝利が生まれたかなと思います。
前回のカザフスタン戦から10日、チーム内どのような雰囲気で過ごされていましたか。
中10日というちょっと長い期間での、合わせや練習期間だったんですけど、もう一回メンバーセレクションっていうチーム内の選手層を高める、高強度の練習を何度も繰り返した中で生まれた、団結力が生まれたのかなと思います。
今年8月にはワールドカップが開催されます。会場の皆様、テレビのファンの皆様に意気込みをお願いします。
この ARC という大会をもう一回再加速できるものとして考えて、また桜15は一致団結してまたワールドカップに向けて頑張っていきたいと思います。応援よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。日本代表高麗キャプテンでした。
Sakura Korai made her debut for Japan at 19 years of age, now captaining this side. She did so for the first time against Kazakhstan and has now led them to the title here. Played in the 2022 Rugby World Cup, and I'm sure we'll see her in 2025 as well. Korai Korako. Final post-mortem going on between these Japanese players. Sakura Mizutani, number 8, outstanding. Nishimura at fullback, and then slotted into fly half as well to replace Otsuka. We hope that's not an injury, just a chance to get some players game time for this Japanese side. As I say, they'll be playing Spain in a couple of test matches before they head off to the World Cup, where they will play Spain as well, Ireland and New Zealand in Pool C.
11番大内田夏樹選手にはトロフィーが授与されます。同席いただきましてはアジアラグビー CEO のベンジャミン・バン・ローエンさんです。大きな拍手をお願いいたします。
As we see our player of the match, no surprises with 4 tries on debut. What a performance it was. They weren't easy run-ins either for Natsuki Uchida. One, a superb solo effort. What a find she looks to be for Japan. Evasive with all the pace she needs. 4 tries on debut. Our player of the match.
以上でプレイヤー・オブ・ザ・マッチの表彰を終わります。
11 tries they scored in all, 4 of them to that woman. Absolute occasion to save it. First test match for her country. They'll be hard pressed to top that for a debut performance.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the closing and trophy presentation ceremony for the Asia Rugby Emirates Women's Championship 2025. 優勝しました女子日本代表には優勝トロフィーが授与されます。女子日本代表の皆さんはセンターまでご移動ください。皆様大きな拍手をお迎えください。プレゼンターはアジアラグビー CEO ベンジャミン・ベン・ボーゲン。
Now, not for the first time, Japan will gather as champions of the Asia Rugby Women's Championship. 7th time they have achieved that. A dominant team in the region at the moment. They will be the representative of Asia Rugby 2 at Rugby World Cup.
Women's Championship trophy to the captain of Sakura 15, Rugby Women's team.
The Sakura 15, Japan again, the champions of Asia Rugby. Once more, dominant performance to keep the trophy in the cabinet again. A first ever win against the United States just a few weeks ago, their highest ever score in Test Rugby. 90 points to 0 against Kazakhstan, and now champions again of Asia Rugby, 63 points to 5. They've beaten Hong Kong, China in the decider. A well-deserved dominant win as they march on to Rugby World Cup 2025.